Of action coming away, as mentioned, across the NPL Men's New South Wales and indeed the women's competition this afternoon as well. Action down at Seymour Short later on at 5 o'clock. But before then, enticing action aplenty, and it kickstarts right here, right now for St George City FC away to Blacktown. One of 3 matches coming to you at 3 p.m. live. Shaping up to go direct. Standing over this one is Jaden Casella. Into the hands of Henderson. Because of the space that he has in front of him, which he utilises to full effect. It's back with him now on the left. Now Antonio, who goes first time. Comfortably into the hands of Henderson. Really want to utilise in that front third. Get the most out of him and make sure he is locking down those that can entice. On that side for Blacktown, namely Mitch Malia, who has drifted into a position where their opposite numbers will be meeting each other a fair bit across the park. Antonio, now Poon, set away, oh, it's 1-0. Well, we were talking about his efforts in locking down Blacktown's attackers. Instead, it's Justin Poon who immediately opens the scoring. Saints have the goal at their last few minutes of pressure. And we might have ticked over 50 times of me calling his name here in comms. It's back at the feet of Axford now. Invites pressure. Able to get it out. Kovic says nothing doing on that occasion. O'Brien's able to bring it forward here. Now Major, and he does have that avenue of Kressnar now on the left. But who else? Kressnar tries to beat his man, eventually does so. Plays it into the box, and the header is in. 2 in 2 weeks for O'Brien. This one from closer range, but just as meaningful as Blacktown get on the board for the day. And the commentator's curse talking about Duris. Charged down by his opposite number, but still manages to get it away. Now it's with Danaskos. Looks for the ball through, and what a ball through it is. And how unfortunate is Casella on that occasion. As the corner's whipped in. Can they get 2 quick goals on the head? They can't, as Axford is going to pop it on the edge of the 6-yard box. And St George, while they won't be satisfied, they'll at least be relieved on that one. Bay Antonio now with space to run. As is the man in front of him in Caden Wright. And Casella goes from way downtown. And St George retake the lead in some style. It's the measure of the man and his talents that Jaden Casella can pull something like that out of. Does so, but to no avail. And that'll be the bit of action that takes us into the halftime interval. As St George will take to the sheds here at Landon, the happier of the two. At Landon Stadium, where the hosting Blacktown City find themselves behind at the break. It's St George FC, thanks to goals from Poon and Casella in some style, that have them pegged back at 2-1. A position that they haven't been in a good while. O'Brien to his left, Malia who's played in on his right. Can he get the touch ahead of Cito? He can. In the middle it goes. It's going to be a hard one for any side to grasp. But it's Daniel Axford who wins out. Are the hosts, but the same can be said for St George, who were looking good at the end of the first half. Looking just as good here with that man, 19-year-old Justin Poon, who's going to have a pop. But it's only going to go as far as Kaylin Henderson. Daylight saving, so you'll see that sun start to set before we're done here. You can see the shade coming over, assisting us on this side. Not those watching from the grandstand, that's for sure. Blacktown bring it down the left. And very fortunate, if I may say so. St George being able to clear that one through Caligari. A couple of inches and that one would have been away from his foot. And there definitely would have been City players waiting to pounce in the middle of the box. There are again here as Choi delivers, and O'Brien has got another one. His scoring boots are on. A 13-2 and Blacktown. And as I mentioned at the opening parts of this stanza, they were not going to sit down and let that Jalen Casella goal at the end of the first half be the decider here. Black a big boot to it, which if you put a little bit more force on that could have hit the Landon grandstand. Instead it does indeed stay in play. Grant Lynch there with the help of Danny Choi, who goes direct, and it requires the best of Daniel Axford. That is what he tries. And despite that sun, St George do get a touch on it. McKinley Reid delivers. Oh, it's a beautiful header by Major. Wasn't expecting him to get full contact on that one. And for St George, it's Javier Rodriguez who enters the fray. 15 minutes left in this one. If there is to be a winner, who will it be? Evenly poised are Blacktown and St George. The ball comes in now towards Danny Choi, who looks for options in the middle. No one there immediately. O'Brien is on the follow-up, and Ismailia. And it is that man who it reaches. And Blacktown City, despite all of... And Blacktown have to see this one out. Keanu Moore down the left. Two balls on the field here, which I'm not sure if the officials have noticed. Regardless, Moore's going to go alone. Supposedly a nick on its... He may be right as Henderson goes long again. Calls from the Blacktown bench are correct. They hold on for 2 wins from 2 at home. Just